Hello guys, DJParson here, and we are back for another game of Through the Ages. Again, I already looked for an opponent, and it's again random mix, Super Blitz, and here's the first turn. Takusto 2, taking Confucius. Okay, so let's see what we want to do. We could either take Engineering Genius, or like Wanda and Alex. Let's see what leaders are in the game. Okay, maybe Alex. And Wanda's Roman roads. I'm a fan of Roman roads, but also like Acropolis. But there are a lot of good leaders, so I don't need to take Alex. Maybe I'm gonna take Engineering Genius and maybe get Roman roads. I'm gonna try this. Maybe it takes Roman roads now, then that's also fine. Then we can take maybe an early Universitas. Machu Picchu can be very good. Okay, so we can either take Aristotle or Boudica. So I don't like Aristotle that much, so if he doesn't take Boudica, then I will. He takes Roman roads, plays Confucius, yeah. And already starts constructing the Roman roads. And doesn't build a mine. Interesting. And he can not finish it next turn, because he only has 2 resources. Okay, so Boudica it is. And also play her, build a mine and increase population. So we have Engineering Genius. We don't want Colossus. Yeah, the Universitas. That's really good like draw for us. Then earlier Universitas with 2 science is very strong. So we can take that next turn. Get 2 science. Obviously he wants to play cards. So let's see if he takes masonry. It's not bad with the Roman roads. And also let's see if he builds another mine, or if he stays at 2. And he builds warriors already. Okay, that's a strange move, gotta say. Okay, stockpile masonry. Next turn you can play masonry, stockpile and finish the Roman roads. I'm gonna skip. No, can play rebellion. Yeah, maybe I want to. And 2 food. Okay, so we want the Universitas, but we are not in a hurry. We can increase our population, and we can use Boudica to build warriors, and then we can also take Universitas. You don't need our second lab, because we have the Universitas. We can either build or we can take Breakthrough, which is like the best card from H1 probably, so I'm gonna take that one. We got our warriors basically for free with Boudica, and he has to pay the resources, so I don't think it's a very good move for him to go for early warriors. Development of civil life, okay, that's good for him. He can build or develop the masonry for 1 science less, and we can maybe build a lab now. Sadly we can't finish our Universitas this turn, but maybe when we get resources from the last A card. So I think we're gonna play politics and hope to get one, then we can finish the Universitas this turn and have good science production. Take Swordman. Does he really go for Okay. Reverse. So it doesn't go and finishes Roman roads. Okay. Yeah. Do I still want to play this? Yeah, maybe. Maybe not. I will. Game of population. Nice. So we don't have to raise our population. We can't finish it anyway. So I'm gonna go with a temple maybe. Or lab. Yeah, we're still gonna have the lab. I really want to take a lot of stuff like theocracy. Maybe knights. With Boudica I can then develop the knights. Increase population, build this for 2 less. No, we can't get the engineering genius. We really need a tactic, so yeah, a third military action would be really nice. And he also needs that, so maybe I'm gonna take theocracy, increase population, and also take the knights. When we have this finished, then we will have a lot of science. So 2 technologies can be really good. Like this we didn't. Okay, this is a really good tactic for us. And it's the second tactic. So if we only had drawn 1 card, we would have only gotten this one. This one's definitely better for us. Let's see. He's offline right now. Maybe I was playing too slow for him, but it's a live blitz game. So can you use the time that you have? Okay, gain 1. That's really nice for him. He can finish it now if he wants to. We can also, if you want, take Code of Laws. Once we are with a theocracy, again I really like theocracy plus Code of Laws. And if he doesn't take it, we can take Engineering Genius. Okay, finishes the roads. There's a lot of population taking Engineering Genius. And Printing Press. Is still at only +1 science production. And he doesn't have that many military actions, so it's not very likely that he will draw a very good tactic. Let's see which HA leader we want. Isabella is fine, Joan is fine, Nostradamus, everything fine. I don't think we want Gutenberg, especially with the universitas that we have. So I think I want to play the knights. Actually, I want to finish my wonder, definitely. So then I still can build the knights. Like this, and then this. Looks good. Lots of sense. Sadly we won't get the Code of Laws. But I think it's fine. Maybe we can get the Forbidden City for a selection. Yeah. So let's see if he goes for even more military, tries to overtake us again. used this 2 times, so 4 resources, which is fine. And he has to spend a lot of his economy and military actions to build his units. So I don't really know why he... I'm not a fan of him going for such a heavy military just to counter Boudica in a way that I can't get the science. Next turn we can play Theocracy and even build another Knights if he gets stronger again. But doesn't look like it. No, he got that. Okay, that isn't even bad for us, I think, because right now we have so much science production that for me the two resources we get for building the knight I like more than the one science I could get. So I'm gonna build him. Now we are definitely ahead. And then we could take either irrigation. Actually, I also like Machu Picchu, but yeah, it's quite expensive. Maybe irrigation, enrich land, and then could get cultural heritage. No wonder right now, but maybe we should get a wonder. Maybe the Forbidden City. And then also irrigation. Yep. Now we have to look for a new leader. Actually, it might be too late, but we had no choice, we couldn't get these. But it's also very hard for him to end the game, end the age right now. Taking 2 with Nostradamus here, he would have to take iron and maybe irrigation. Maybe he will. Let's see. Or he probably wants to go for the Great Wall with his units and his engineering genius in hand, and also with masonry, which is really good for these wonders that take 4 turns to build, or 4 actions. So a lot of stuff he wants. He doesn't have to take Great Wall right now. He can wait, because we can't take it away. And let's take a look what is an H2. Napoleon, Maximilian, quite a lot for like Bach, Gaudi and Darwin, and also Newton for civil buildings. And Transcontinental Railroad, some, yeah, not the best wonders. Railroad is very good, but only if you have like iron, which we will probably not have, because it's the last one, right? Yeah, if he takes it, then we can't have it, but maybe we can get coal. How do we have to see? Yeah, this is really good. He probably wanted this tactic, and he doesn't have it because we have both copies in our hand. So we can switch to the more efficient Legion. Okay, use a stockpile, because else he will lose it. And again with Barbarossa. Going for more military. In which land? Okay, interesting. Very much military. But sadly we can't take the Great Wall away from him, because we decided to get the Forbidden City. Again, no politics. And now the question is Nostradamus or Joan of Arc. I have no events in hand. That's a problem with Nostradamus. Joan of Arc, I don't have a temple, but I have Theocracy, so I think Joan of Arc is okay. Then also play her. increase our population. Could start building this. We have 5 plus 3 next turn, so we're at 8. But we don't have to. You can also take cartography with the strategic territory in game. It's not bad, and we pull ahead of him again. So I think we can use our science very good. And this is fine. And next time we can finish the Forbidden City, which we should do very soon. And H is over. Yeah, he has also a big problem. Also he can't, I can build theology because of his masonry. So that's nice for him. He also wants to take the Great Wall probably. But again, he's only at 2 mines. Which I have not seen that much of. With Roman roads, it maybe was okay in the H1. But I'm not a fan of that. And he put all his workers to military, which gained him pretty much nothing, to be honest. And we are in front of him and are much more efficient and have more buildings than him. Also, I can't use Frederick anymore because he doesn't have the food, so he needs a new leader ASAP. Builds a temple, takes irrigation. Not the wall, okay, I thought he would get the wall, but he wants the food. So we have only this one. Call, okay, rebellion, so we don't want to play that right now because we don't want to lose 2 civil actions. We have to have all to build the Forbidden City, like this, and then we can either play irrigation or take reserves, and I think we need some resources, so I'm gonna take the reserves, discount the 2 legions and one of the aggressions. The way this game is going, we won't have aggressions anyway. And there's Napoleon, Maximilian. So I think I would like Napoleon. If he's going for so much, yeah, he loses 2 selections. If he's going for so much military, Napoleon might be very good. Or we could take, he maybe wants to take Antoni Gaudi with all his different civil buildings. But Napoleon is pretty good for us, we can pressure him. Also, yeah, he can't take him right now, so we also can take him away from him. And the big bonus we get from him is really good. Then we have to, okay, takes revolution idea and nothing else, but more warrior. Okay, but only swordsman, only the bad tactic. I'm not a fan of this. He can't get the legion, so these swordsmen are, in my opinion, big waste. I'm gonna play another territory because we have cartography, and here we can bid like this. Actually, I would even send a knight, no problem. So bid up to 6. Yeah, good that we did that. It's definitely worth it. We get new ones. No, we don't. But okay. We said we wanted Napoleon. I also want irrigation, and I also want one more knight again, I think. I don't know. He wanted to be stronger, so we want to be stronger as well. Then we could also take justice system, get even more civil actions. And now we sadly can't upgrade take urban growth, which is also good. Maybe even also the swordsman, so we're not gonna develop the farm. So we're gonna do this, justice system. Do we want to play Napoleon? She gives us 1 strength and 1 culture. I think the culture. Here we are in front. Napoleon would put us at 18. I think that's better. And I'm also gonna take the swordsman if I get good tactic. I don't like call to arms. Keep the war. Maybe keep this. Civil unrest. Maybe independence. Yeah, like this. So he has to. He can't overtake us in military right now, I think. So I like that. And also I wanted the swordsman because if we get the classic army, swordsman is very important. And with what we have, if we draw the classic army, then we would improve our military very much. With just the swordsman. Yeah. Offer a lot of tactics. The swordsmen are very good right now. If we get this Napoleonic army would also be good. Conquistadors would be fine. More will ask really, then we can skip the swordsmen, but to have them is always nice. In the long run, I want to improve our farm because I'm at +0, and that is also always troublesome. He takes Maximilian, yes. Does he also take Republic and develop it right away? Yes. So lots of selections for him. And coal and patriotism, okay. And reserves. Meaning he doesn't get a cannon. So this looks like it might be a military game for us. So refugees is a really good card. We're gonna play it and get the border conflict, which we also already anticipated that this was something good for us because he wanted to be stronger. So I'm gonna take the cannon. He can't get this one. Then also irrigation, get some food going. Another one. And I don't want any of these, so I'm gonna take a fission upgrade, some resources, and Marriages of Time. It's better for him probably, or it doesn't matter for him really. Yeah, a little bit. Maybe we can keep that and give away civil unrest or economic. If he goes for coal, then economic is not good. Like this probably. Let's hope we get a new tactic. Nope. Part 1 colonization for the historic territory. And there's strategy. He will probably take it. And maybe goes for coal this turn with coal reserves. And builds 1 coal and maybe takes a fission upgrade. There's also rich land. Yeah, but he again, even if he takes strategy, builds it or develops it and builds 1, upgrades his warrior, he still won't be ahead of us, which we don't know if it matters. Let's see what we want to play from these cards. Probably Ravages of Time. Can get rid of either one of those now, probably Universitas, if we don't get like team spots or something like that. But team spots can be good with Pierre. I really like Pierre. Also there's Winston, not a big fan of Marlene Dietrich. And Nelson Mandela, also good with team spots. So yeah, if we play Ravages of Time, we can then lose the Forbidden City if we have team spots. So okay, he takes the Transcontinental Railroad and strategy, doesn't go for coal. think team sports is really good. I'm gonna play the Ravages of Time. Breakthrough, okay. So lots of science. So we could go for scientific method even. And then maybe for Einstein. But team sports is also good. We can then play reserves for food, with the population. Develop the team sports and build one. Cheap. We have to find a use for efficient upgrade. Maybe computers. I don't really need scientific method for science. There's quite a lot, especially because of scientific breakthroughs, so we have lots of science we can't use right now. Age will not be over, so we can't keep swordsmen, not develop them, and hope again for a better tactic. I can throw away the aggression and the iconoclasm, because we don't want to lose Napoleon. And we get the aggression, very nice. Let's see. We can also then could take away cavalrymen from him. Vast territory. Okay. We really want that, so I would be willing to send this. Oh, he will send quite a lot. Seems maybe he has 2 colonization cards. 3 would be bullshit. Oh no. Okay. Yeah, that's a good use for him. It was quite expensive, but he doesn't want to stay with swordsmen that long anyway. So it was good that we bid so high and he has to pay that much. Yeah. He of course now has lots of food he can use to get more people. But again, his problem is mostly with resources, even with all these yellow cards. And next turn we can build a swordsman, go for this tactic. Maybe even declare war, I'm not sure. Okay, he plays patriotism, wants to really rebuild his swordsman. Okay, this is interesting. This one phase with engineering genius. Increase reserves. Population increase. So he ends with. No, he has 1 more to build. Okay. So maybe it's not gonna be a war. Or is it? Let's see first what happens if we play it like this and this. This is 26 versus 15. He has only 3 resources, no resources in hand, so he can build 1 more of this. So I think war with technology would be really nice. So I'm gonna. Oh, I can't. Ah, I see it now. I see it. I can't because we only have 1 left. If we want to upgrade here, that sucks. So we would only have 22. And 22, he builds 1 swordsman, gets 2 plus 1, 17. We get some science. We could go for this. Alternatively, maybe with refugees, it's also good, so we don't have to declare the war. We can go for civil unrest and get refugees. It's also very strong. Wait with the war, maybe. Play swordsman now. Could even go for riflemen, just to be more efficient with our units. Then take away wave of nationalism for him. And maybe also the cavalrymen. I don't know. Or the engineering genius and like opera. these. So yeah, that nerf for Napoleon just kicked in. If he had still 2 military actions, we could have played the war. So that change definitely was good. He was too strong before, and now it feels more fair. See, he also can't really do that much with only 3 resources. Coal is 8, which land makes it 3 less. Okay, so he can build 1 coal. No, he can't. Wait. 3, 5, yes, 8. He can build 1 coal. Not finish his transcontinental railway, of course. He also only has 1 agriculture, irrigation. So obviously he had lots of new blue yellow tokens, so he doesn't need that much food production, but in the long run, like when the age is over, no, it just was over, okay, so he has no problem with food. Okay, he takes a cavalryman. I would have liked to take cavalryman away from him, but it was too expensive for 2 selections. So it takes lots of breakthrough. He wants to use some science. Okay, now do we have a... We don't have an aggression, but the war is good anyway. He doesn't have lots of resources in hand, so the war with technology is really strong. We can take away like his strategy. Also I want at least 1 more unit, because the next is a territory. I really want that and not lose my tactic. And then we would like some resources. Definitely urban growth, but we can't play another urban growth, take another urban growth. So maybe develop cannons. So we can take another card. We take away engineering genius from him, because I don't want all of these, so I'm going to take engineering genius. And end the turn. And we draw 1 war over culture. Let's see what he does. He doesn't have resources for a lot. He can play reserves and have 7 resources. So only 1 cavalryman. And then he go and not go for this tactic, which he probably wants to copy. Also he wants to finish his railroad sooner or later, which he also can't, and we have 15 strength more than him. So if he like builds 1 swordsman, gains him 3, can still take away his strategy, which would be really bad for him. Also he's only at 2 science production, but he has revolutionary idea and 2 breakthroughs, so it's fine for him like this. And we also have lots of yellow cards. Engineering genius, another engineering genius. Could go for United Nations, but pretty much only if we draw a good H3 card. Like scoring 12 is fine, but we want more. We've got internet and Hollywood is both not gonna be very much for us. So yeah, said we can't get fast food chains, so it's probably gonna be the United Nations to get rid of our engineering geniuses. Let's see if he can keep up with military. He could also go for fundamentalism and gain 6 strength, but then he has no more military actions and can't build any more units. But he could do that definitely. Then he could also destroy his lab and library because he would be at 0 anyway. Would free up some of his workers, but of course he would be at 0 science production, which is also not great. We could either go for the Opera, but even with urban growth, we don't have enough resources. So yeah, and I also think with taking United Nations and maybe going for, we could go, let's see how much he builds, we could also go for War over Culture. But he still has to finish. Also his Transcontinental Railroad will take some time, and only then will the bonus kick in. So it's quite a long time until it pays off. Obviously the 5 strength is really good, and he also has no problem with population. He even has frugality, so he can increase and increase again. But he has no resources for a lot of stuff. So let's see how long it takes. So we have historic territories, and next, if you want to play that with popularization of science, could do that. And then bid 1 knight, where I build a third, so we could bid, and then we have 2 more, and have no problem with happy faces any longer. Also is really good with civil unrest and ravages of time. This urban city doesn't give us that much right now, because we have no discontent workers, so they can't be ignored. And the 1 civil action, I'd rather this be in ruins and give me +2 culture. So I also want to play cards. But if I win the war with enough for strategy, then I can easily play the war over culture and be in front of him by quite a lot. So he plays a cavalryman. Plus frugality. Yeah, gain 7, so I can build 1 more. And takes me Lane Dietrich. Okay. Okay, like this he can actually have the nice move for him. So we will lose only 6 signs. Now, yeah. But he also had to take Marlene Dietrich, and she's not good. Sadly, I can't take strategy. Do I want masonry? No, I think I want the science. Okay, and we can definitely play this one. The war over culture would be pretty. I could do that because he again has only 4 resources. But if we do that, then we can't do much anyway either. Actually, yeah. So I think it's gonna be the popularization of sciences, and hopefully get this territory. I don't think you can bid that much as last time, and we have the bonus from our cartography, of course, and the 2 here. Okay. He really wants. He doesn't even need the happy faces right now, and he's to send away 2 units again. Obviously he scores quite a lot of culture like this. Yeah. So I'm gonna take United Nations and build one with... Okay, I can't build with the other. Like, I could build one with this engineering genius. And then I'm also gonna take Endowment of the Arts, because he has more culture, and this is really good. 6 culture for free. I really like it. And the turn and hope for a good H3 evaluation. Yeah, like progress, probably. Nope. Population, yes. Because he sends so much away with colonies. So this is good for us. And next time we can either take Pierre or Winston. With Pierre we would also like one more team sports. There it is. Popularization of science immediately. Ravages of Time is hopefully the next wonder. It will also lose him 1 yellow and 1 blue token. This one produces 2 science, 2 culture anyway, so for him it would only be bad to get Ravages of Time. Yeah, so next time we can take Pierre and build another team sports. And alternatively we could go for Winston Churchill, get some resources. Again, he has only 4 resources going for multimedia. Okay, that's interesting. It's gonna take quite a lot of resources to build that, but obviously with 6 he produces now, maybe it's fine. Civil service as well. Increases his population. So the question is a little bit, does he want to go for military or not? But we also have wave of nationalism still in hand. We could go for this now, but he might build civil service. But I think if we know it, we want to place something. And okay, and then we can sadly not finish this right now. So we're gonna play Endowment of the Arts. I think I'm gonna go with Pierre. And build this for 1. Next time we can finish the United Nations. Revolutionary idea is very good. Also we could go for democracy, but I think revolutionary idea right now is better, and 1 air force to be safe. We can discard this and the aggression, and also probably the war or one of these. I think I'm going with the war. Yeah, if we can get our hands on democracy, it would be really good, especially with the impact of progress. Also we would like some military theory or engineering. Which one is the highest for us here? Wage wonder? Nope. Good technology? Nope. Type of urban building? Okay, the Ravages of Time. He has to destroy his Roman roads. We can destroy this forbidden city that we don't need anymore. Get more culture. So, and also if we get democracy, we can play impact of government. We don't need the happy face from the theocracy, so I would really like to get democracy. He still has to finish his transcontinental road, which he can do if he plays reserves for resources. And then he has 5 more strength. We are still in front, we don't know what is under here and what he played. It's a very close game right now, at least culture wise. Gonna score a little bit with this. and also with this. Sadly not with this, but we could get democracy, and then we could also play that. But it doesn't matter which one we play into here and which one we keep. Doesn't really matter. He has one revolutionary idea and one breakthrough. Obviously still only 2 culture production. And Alain Dietrich gives him pretty much only 1 cavalry unit for his tactic. So it will be interesting to see if he goes for even more military, but next turn will be his last turn, so he has to hurry up with military if he wants to go for it. Also this one will give him the bonus 2 times probably. Yeah. Also I can use declare the Olympic Games before my political action, which would cost him if he plays a war. I'm not planning on going to war, simply because I don't have the military actions for it. If I got military theory first, or in the early beginning of age 3, maybe I would have gone for it, but like this there's no chance with 3 military actions to go for wars. Also I'm fine like how it is. These arenas are really good with Spear. They also produce 2 culture for very few resources. So I'm at 6 right now. He's at 4 and he plays reserves, finishes this probably, yeah. And has a lot of resource production right now. And has civil actions to go for these yeah, cards, yellow cards. Okay, yes, I want to declare Olympic Games. Also I want to play this impact of government, because we can take democracy. Terrorism, oh, it's pretty sad. We can destroy this one. The revolutionary idea. Oh, I had too many cards in hand. Yeah, so I can finish this one first. Heavily impact of progress. 4 culture extra. Take the democracy and play it. And we can also take military theory for next turn and for the impact of progress. And with our last, we might, yeah, we will lose a wave of nationalism, which is a little bit sad. Or will we? Yeah, we have to take 1 more for it to be over, which we want, so we don't lose with military. Also we could destroy one of our knights, but we don't, yeah, we don't have to. The idea would be so he can't use his military build-up, but he can just delete one of these. Also he doesn't have that many, if he declares war he only has 1 more action, maybe build an air force. Yeah. And he doesn't need the military breakthrough, military build-up for that, so we don't have to do anything. We can throw this away and this. Oh, no, actually we want to throw these away because age is over. And 6 cards will be gone, age will be over. It's his last turn. We have 10 culture production, which is really nice. Yeah, lose a lot of cards. And also a bit of happiness, which should be good for us. Also as engineering, if we can get that instead of military theory at the end, might be better, but we have to keep in mind military theory also gives us impact of government. So yeah, let's see what he does. He also has civil service. If he plays it, it will be very good for him because it counts both of these. Also Olympic Games, as I said before, very nice. If he declares a war, which he can't really, then he would also lose, what is it, 8 culture, yeah. So we could either play this or a bit of culture, nice. I don't know why he put that in. Was ready at the beginning, so he didn't know if I would stay with the military. Sometimes it's hard to predict how it will end up in the end. And for me, yeah, I sadly can only build another team sports if we get engineering. That would make impact of happiness better for us. He won't build anything with MP spaces, I think. I see no reason why. So yeah, this looks very good. In the last turns we had a lot of culture production. His last turn he can't finish a wonder, he can't declare wars anymore. We are in front with the culture. And these two are good for us already. So I don't think he can overtake us anymore. Yeah, his Marlene Dietrich play was good to prevent the war, but it cost him quite a lot because now Marlene Dietrich only gives him like not that much. He could just build another cavalryman, so she doesn't provide that much for him. So it was definitely good to declare that war. Forced him to pay a lot of resources to build military. Also we can consider if he has an impact of strength in here, then we of course want to go to 28. Just lose. Maybe because age was over. And he doesn't play civil service, so good for us. Disbands swordsman and another one, so no no strength impact. Or actually, yeah, maybe he deleted them and then used that. Okay. And take engineering genius away from us. So yeah, probably there is impact of strength in. Oh, and that's why we lost. Yeah, so we can't play impact of happiness either. Yeah, it's very mean. We lost the team sports to the terrorism, so this one is suddenly bad for us. This doesn't matter, but we're gonna skip the politics because if it's impact of world progress or government, you score more if you develop this first. Said we can't build another one of these, but we can build theology. And he actually goes for 4. Maybe he has also impact of science. So yeah, if he does that, then we could also delete even more. Build one more here. Yeah. This looks fine, the rest doesn't matter. And the turn. A bit of balance, okay, so our last move was bad with this card. Government is good for us. Technology, okay. good for us, and progress, also good for us. So yeah, that was the game. I think it was really interesting. The beginning was, he had a different playstyle than I'm used to, so that was interesting. Also, the game was really military heavy in the early game, so we hadn't much resources left for urban buildings. But I think it was overall an interesting game, and in the end we won by quite a lot, but in the early game it was definitely interesting and closer. So yeah, that was the game for now. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any comments, please let me know. If you want to see anything special from this channel, just tell me, and I hope I see you next time.